Most of these questions we asked and interviewed people are going to take place in Mayfair High School, middle school, high school. Alright then, Leo. So, what do you think about the grading system?
I feel the grading system cannot really show my potential as a student. So that a letter grade cannot show who I am. So I feel like...
Oh, I understand. So you're talking about like you need something to evaluate your skills more, you know what I mean? That's what you're trying to say?
Just because I don't do assignment doesn't mean that I am an F student. If it causes me to get an F or a D.
You run hella fast, man! Wow.
Mr. Fancy, do you think the grading system in school in general is fair?
In schools?
Yeah.
I would have to say that I think it can be fair, but there needs to be a lot of thought put into it by the teachers. There needs to be a lot of thought put into it by the assignments that are created and also the outcomes, because it can be disastrous. I feel that, for example, if a student misses an assignment, you know, a 0 can have a dramatic effect on the overall grade. And I don't know if that's necessarily a fair indication of the overall ability of that student. So I think that needs to be put into consideration. I think a lot of teachers just use the system because it's been used that way all the time, and so I think it needs a lot of close attention needs to be put onto it. You know, why is this worth a certain amount? What are they doing? Is that really an important skill that is reflected in the assignment? So a lot of things need to be put into consideration.
Alright, we found a fellow student and I'm going to ask her the question. Do you think the grading system has failed us?
It hasn't really failed us. I think it depends on the teacher and how they use it. Yeah, it really just depends on the teacher and whether or not you decide to do your work.
No, not at all. Because you can have someone that gets all A's in school and they end up being a freaking terrorist. You never know. I mean, you could get someone that fails classes and they end up
That sounds pretty smart, terrorist.
You never know. Grades in school really has no bearing on what you can be in life.
Not just what you can, it's not about life. It's
Or
about
just
what you could
achieve or not
in
achieve.
life.
And just because you get failing doesn't mean you can't get a good grade. It's because at that time you're not doing what you should be doing. Like you're not doing the homework or you're not studying. But if you did do those things, yeah, you could probably do a lot better.
It reflects how much you put into it.
This is Sean Anderson. We got one question for you, man. How do you feel about a 0 holding your grade back?
Well, I feel like 0 should be able to hold your grade back, of course, if there's like homework and assignments. If you get a 0 on like an assignment, you know, obviously the homework could like help you there, but the 0 is gonna hurt you definitely.
Does the grade show the ability of a student?
Yes, because it demonstrates how talented either the person is or how strong the person is in this specific subject. The grade shows them everything about them. It shows how good they are in this and how weak they are. The grade proves everything. It seems to prove how lazy or how strong or how active that person is. That's what I think about a grade.
In the end, does the grade show the ability of a student?
Oh, well, I'm gonna agree with a lot of people. I'm gonna say no, because like, I'm gonna use me as an example. Like, I don't really try when I do my homework, so I'll be getting like C's and like D's. But if I try to get A and A in classes, so like, I think the grade doesn't really reflect us.
What about you?
But like, don't you think it would reflect you? Because like, you don't really do shit, so, I mean, you don't
It's cool, keep going.
You don't really do nothing, so you deserve a C or a D, right? About average, a little below, because you don't really don't work.
Yeah.
But if you did do work, you'll get an A or B, which is like reflecting on the hard work you put in.
Yeah, but I'm not really showing my full ability, you know what I mean? I'm just like halfway. I'm just barely doing it. I'm just doing it so I can pass the class. That's all that matters.
Shouldn't it be measured on you, not what this teacher has expected of you?
I don't know, but my goal is just to pass the class. I don't even get no A to show the teacher that I have the full ability. I just want to get a C and that's it, just graduate. That's my main goal.
You guys think the grading system is fair?
I think it's fair. I think if you know the standards, I think you should live up to it. I don't think there's any easy way around it. I think you know what's expected of you and what your teacher expects of you.